And we're back. More exciting adventures of the Incredible Hokes. I am Chris.
I am Mark.
I feel like we have a lot of headspace. I think we went to the bathroom in between shows. And I think we came back and our space changed just enough. Check, 1, 2, yeah. All right, so anyway.
I'm closer.
We did 3 Culture Wars shows, which I'm kind of sick of that topic, which I'm sure you guys are sick of us talking about it. So I wouldn't blame you if you skipped right through those. And you went. Are we the only show that tells you to go ahead and skip shows?
We're just honest that way, you know.
We're just like Star Wars.
You just went to the last 2 minutes of our video. We know.
We get it, man. You watch the first part, see if we're going to talk about something, and then you skip it. I don't blame you. Anyway, Star Wars, the full trailer thing was. I did a little solo show because you were busy. And then,
The Last
and then
Jedi
also
is coming.
They had a commercial come out that had a little bit more. I don't know if you saw that one.
I did see that too.
Like Luke walks in the cockpit.
Yeah, the
lights
quote-unquote World Series trailer.
Right. Which, by the way, they go Astros.
Yes.
Good job, Astros. Good for bringing the
Houston
finally a Texas team
Astros
accomplished something.
Strong, yes.
I don't think Texas has won anything in a while. Anything
Oh, yeah, just
in any sport.
in any sport. Spurs.
Yeah, but that's been a few years, right?
But yeah, other than Spurs, Spurs was what 2014 or 13, something like that.
Something like that. They beat LeBron, right? No. Yes. Yeah, they beat LeBron that one year. No, that was the Mavericks beat LeBron in Miami.
Yeah.
No, the Spurs beat LeBron, right?
I don't remember that.
I don't know. I don't watch basketball enough to remember. Anyway, go Astros. Star Wars new trailer stuff. What is your take on the new trailer, the official long trailer that came out? Because you haven't responded to it publicly. I don't even know your take on it, really.
Well, it's interesting because a lot of the stuff that's on there is like such a head fake going on. And, you know, really trying to like, look this way, look this way, look this way. I'm going to address the elephant in the room, which is the fact that Carrie Fisher is no longer with us. I'm very sad about that. I think it's obvious to everybody. I don't know anything, so I don't consider this spoiler. I just think it's common sense at this point. I think her character is going to die in this episode. Mm-hmm. Them going, well, we're going to do a CG version of Princess Leia for the third one. Remember that? That was going on and on for 6 weeks. Then there was such, what do you call it? Uproar over that. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. You got to respect her legacy. So they come out and made a definitive. We're not going to do that. Hit the mic again.
What's wrong with you?
That's number 4, I think. Anyway, what's her name? Kathleen Kennedy of Lucasfilm came out. No, we're not going to do that. I was like, well, now you're tipping your hand. It's like, wink, wink, wink. This is her last episode. We filmed all her scenes, and her character's going to be, die in some way. Yeah. And it'll be, I'm sure, heroic or sacrificial, whatever. So that was my first thought. Even the trailer, I thought, was like, we're going to go ahead and just be honest with you, showing, what's his name, Kylo Ren. And Leia's looking, okay, is he going to blow up her ship? He's going to blow up her ship, okay? We know that. I'm sorry. I think it's a given. Her character will die, but I don't know.
To me, Harrison Ford was long known. He wanted Han Solo to die a long time ago.
Right. He wanted out.
Why he was obsessed that Han Solo should die, I've never understood, other than he wanted out of the series. If there was a dramatic reason, I don't know what it is. But he's thought for years that Han Solo should die. For what? I don't think, and so they killed him off in a way that was like, I mean, you could accept it.
Right.
That, I mean, he was trying valiantly. Mm-hmm. Han Solo didn't do a whole lot of chivalrous, valiant, whatever type things. So he was trying to save his son. And so him to be sacrificed, if you will.
Yeah.
In some way, he kind of works. I can't see Princess Leia just being flat out murdered in combat by her own son, and them being okay with that's Leia's and / Carrie Fisher's legacy of how it all ends. You know what I'm saying? That feels like a crap way. You know what I mean?
Well, Well, I don't want to make our whole segment on that, but
then again, if she died, they ain't got a whole lot to work with, and I just took what they had to work with.
it's like right, exactly. I feel like they were kind of stuck. They don't want to because they're big on not wanting to give away spoilers or any story details in all of the Star Wars. But so they were kind of stuck. They're like, okay,
it just hit me.
We don't want to admit. We kind of want to hey, we might do something for the third one.
I know what's going to happen now. It just hit me.
Go ahead.
This is what's going to happen. Kylo's going to have her in his sights, finger on the button.
Yeah.
Can't do it. She's thinking he's torn. He lets go. And then she feels sort of calm over the Force, and he's like, doesn't know what to do. And then out of nowhere, that Colonel Hux or whatever, General Hux, just obliterates the shit out of her ship. And he's like,
well, there you go.
That is what's going to happen.
Probably.
I guarantee you that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's some cool stuff in the trailer beyond that part, but that's
what else? Go on. What else? What about the Rey is all
Rey's story? I think she's gonna go through a dark period. I think some of the scenes we're seeing on the trailer is like a vision. Her part, like when in Empire Strikes Back, Luke goes through the cave and he has kind of a vision and all that. I think some of those scenes we see are actually part of that vision that she has.
Gotcha.
Possibly even what you called the batshit crazy Luke.
Yeah.
Possibly there's a darker version of Luke that you see as kind of like a force to kind of try to talk her out of her training or whatever. In one of her visions. I don't know. We'll get more on what's going on with Luke, but I think he does mention he feared someone's power before, and he hasn't seen anything, whatever. I think it's obvious he's talking about himself.
You think so?
I think that's what he means. I don't think everybody's like, oh, that means Snoke. The internet's just going crazy with speculation. Oh, that means Kylo Ren or Snoke. And I think it means him.
I think that it terrifies me now. I feel as a reference. I don't know about the past one. I don't know if he's talking about the Emperor, Vader, himself, Kylo. But I think the one that it terrifies me now, I think he's referring to Rey. That she's got some sort of rebirth of the Force attached to her.
Now that I agree with, but in the past, because they were speculating what he said he should have been afraid of. It's that I think he means himself.
I mean, maybe.
But maybe, we don't know.
But then again, it goes back to the debate of who is the chosen one. I mean, Anakin, you can make the Anakin, you can make the argument that Luke was brought balance to the Force.
Oh, yeah, that whole argument, yeah.
Because the argument goes in circles because, some people say, well, Anakin brought balance to the Force because you have to have good and evil.
Yeah.
And he created the balance by killing all the Jedi, and there was a few Sith, so there's balance. Luke, by killing the Emperor, or he actually technically killed the Emperor, but by Luke being that power that brought, now it's unbalanced towards the Jedi again.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know.
Well,
that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. I think I lost my train of thought. Rey and who her parents are. That's the big mystery that's still hanging out there.
Right.
I think it would be cool. This is just fan speculation. I think it would be kind of cool where he's kind of he is the father. Luke is the father.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to say, and all that's quiet. And she kind of just realizes it on her own. And wouldn't it be awesome? She goes in a big fight in the third act. And then she says it for the first time. I'm a Skywalker, like my father before me. The crowd would just go wild. I know I would. Yes, yes. That's what I kind of hope would happen.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So now other aspects there. We've covered Leia. We've covered Rey.
Yeah.
Whether or not she would.
There's been a sneak peek of this little porg or whatever it's called, the little creature or whatever.
The penguin looking thing.
They have to throw something in Star Wars so that kids under 5 can buy. So that's nothing new. I mean, BB-8 was kind of the new toy for Force Awakens. So
Yeah, Judo loves BB-8.
there you go. So
And he already loves the Porg. So
that element's always been in Star Wars. It's just Phantom Menace and the prequels just went ape shit.
my prediction is after the movie, you'll have a certain element of fandom that will hate these Porgs. They'll be what's the Star Trek, the Trevids, or what are they called? Everybody makes fun of the trouble with
Tribbles. It'll be the Tribbles.
They'll think of the Star Wars Tribbles.
The cute and furry Tribbles.
I think that'll happen. You mark my words. It's going to happen. You'll have, just like the Ewoks, you have people that hate the Ewoks.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You'll have. So, all right. So, what about the whole Phasma, Finn, and Poe aspects?
Yeah.
But it seems like there's a whole nother storyline with those guys over there.
Yeah.
And I have somewhere I'm going with this. So,
okay.
What are your thoughts on all that?
Well, Poe, they've really not shown a whole lot on Poe. It just seems like he's constantly like running for his life in all the trailers. So I don't know. It seems like he's being downplayed a lot, which is somewhat disappointing. I think he's a good actor and an interesting character. I'd like to see more of him. Mm-hmm. So I hope. My only comment is I hope I see more of him. And then Finn and Phasma having a kind of a grudge match kind of thing going on. I kind of like that. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So definitely interested to see how that plays out. And that's all I can say on that.
Okay. So there has been J.J. Abrams. It started with him. So it's not like fanboy speculation.
Okay.
J.J. Abrams has said for the longest he wants to get gay characters into Star Wars.
Yeah.
And a lot of speculation has been that Finn and Poe would end up as like lovers.
Right.
So I'm watching The Force Awakens, and when I never noticed it before, and I noticed it the other day. Of course, Finn wears Poe's jacket, and he runs across him. And Poe's like, no, you keep it. It's good on you, that whole thing. We've all seen that from the get-go.
Right.
There's a moment when, the first time I saw it, I thought Finn was attracted to Rey. And he goes, you got a boyfriend? Cute boyfriend?
Right.
And I never really noticed the second line. He goes, do you have a boyfriend, a cute boyfriend? You can make the argument. Because I had the captions on. Because I leave the captions on my TV because I can't hear.
Yeah.
Ever. You can make the argument that he's asking about her, like, on one hand, do you have a boyfriend? Like, are you single? Like, do I have a chance? Or you could look at it like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? A cute boyfriend? Like, is there somebody out there you could be friends with? I like you. Do you have a boyfriend maybe you can introduce me to? See what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
So, like, I'm just wondering. This is completely left field. Completely highly speculative. We've heard J.J. Abrams before. This is what he wanted to do. Do you think it might happen?
I don't think it'll happen with those two characters, but I do think I could see them with, like, smaller characters trying to weave that in there, you know? Something like having, like, Colonel Hux have like one of the officers, you know, he mans the death ray or something, and he gets off work, and Colonel Hux is, oh, I didn't realize you were coming in. I didn't have dinner ready. You know, subtle stuff like that. You know, you're like, oh, they're like a couple. Ah.
Well, more and more fandoms have, you know, gay characters in them. Walking Dead has it. With the Alexandria guys,
yeah. Of course, Tara wasn't her name. They for her, she was like one of the first.
Yeah. And then Star Trek has it. They made Sulu in the new movies.
Yeah,
that way.
Right.
So anyway, you know, it's been done. The fandoms have started to do this.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't think they will, because at the end of the day, Disney is. You take risks on certain projects, and the Star Wars, you just don't have to. There's no reason to.
Right.
You could diminish with a social risk I mean, you're going to make $1 billion. Why would you do anything
Yeah.
that would like just remotely jeopardize? Oh, it's pretty much like it's like you're guaranteed a home run. Just go up to the bat, the plate, swing the bat, you'll get a home run.
Yeah.
And you walk up there and instead you trip and you throw the bat in the air and you take a shit on the on the base.
Well, Disney and Beauty and the Beast, the new one, earlier this year had the Josh Gad character.
I didn't watch it.
And there's a thing there if you've seen the film, but it's done more in a humorous and kind of a throwaway thing. So I would expect them to do a similar thing, not necessarily humorous, but it'll be just kind of off to the side. Yeah. Like I said, I was just curious. See Colonel Hux and honey, you're home early from death ray duty.
Death ray duty. All right, what else do you have to say about the trailer?
It looks like it's going to be a dark second chapter, which is what I would expect from Star Wars. So I think it's right in line where it needs to be tonally. And fingers crossed. And for God's sake, if I don't see Luke Skywalker turn on that lightsaber and whack at something, I'm going to be disappointed. I'll want my $15 back.
I do say this after all this discussion. I do think you're right. I think Leia dies. I think it's going to happen the way I said it. I don't think Luke dies. I think I don't think by the end of maybe by the end of 3 he's died and it's the whole new generation and that generation is gone. But I don't think he dies here.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so either.
I don't think that's what they go with it. He is the last Jedi. I mean, it says in the prequel of Force Awakens, Luke Skywalker, the last Jedi.
Right.
He is the last Jedi, but I think the whole point is to be the rebirth of the Jedi.
And 2, they might story-wise say, look, I had to go it alone. Kenobi made his decision, but it would have been easier if Kenobi was with me.
Right.
And he has that knowledge. So I think from a story logic, he's like, I will be there with you hand in hand. I'm not going to do you like Kenobi did me. So that would be kind of nice.
Right. And speaking of not leaving you and making it kind of nice, I do.